Hello, Renee Flamond here. Last video I mentioned the word bullying, and on that topic I'd like to expand, if you please. It is a reflection, the bullying the narcissist does to you. It is a reflection of the dysfunctional. Never you. Never, ever, 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 ever you. And before you even say, oh, but I did nag him that day, stop. Mistreatment is never acceptable. Mistreatment is never necessary. Cheating is never necessary. People say, well, you know, she wasn't a good wife and I have need. Leave then. You could leave. You don't have to betray someone and bully them through it when they catch you. You could leave. So I will never, ever, ever, ever listen to an argument for that. Because you either cheat or leave. That's basically it, right? If you're unhappy, leave. Go live a single life and have a million different partners. No one cares. But you're dragging through a nice person, through your mud. That's when we start to care. People like me start to really care, okay? Many get off topic, but this bullying is certainly all things narcissist. Bullying is what they do essentially throughout their lives to anyone who allows it, accepts it, and doesn't challenge. Right? That's how partners get sucked in. We allowed it. We saw red flags in the beginning during love bombing. There was already mistreatment, but we allowed it. We accepted it. We steamrolled over it. And now we're not going to challenge them because it's exhausting. We don't get anywhere. They don't hear us. And we're stuck in the throes of waiting for the love bombing guy to show up. Again, insert your own pronoun. We always say to make the story your own. Mine is he for a romantic partner, so my stories follow that. So you sit and you wait. When is that guy going to show up again? You know he's real. You saw him. But he wasn't real. That was a mask he had on that he was playing with you, right? Of course, I have to say this. They never say to challenge the narcissist, fight, or argue with the narcissist, as it gets you nowhere, and it could get violent if they rage. So I'm not on here trying to say challenge them and all this business. But I'll be darned if I'm going to let you sit there and think it's you and that you just need to accept your fate. Because oftentimes that's what we come down to, is the bully is bullying you and you think it's your fate and you already have so much invested, and why would I leave, and I'll just have to train somebody else, and somebody else's problems are just going to be theirs. And we're not talking about the toilet seat up and they don't think of you when they're at the market. We're talking about denigrating your human beingness. Narcissists they put really mean, evil things to work when they're in a relationship, whether it's a business partnership, family, friend, or romantic. And I absolutely can't stand a bully, and I never have liked a bully. So the bully, the narcissist, the dysfunctional person whittles away at their victim until they break down and surrender. And then you sit like, well, I guess I'm stuck here now. Where am I going to go? And I'm not making an assessment on your life. Maybe you are stuck. Maybe you don't know where to go. Fortunately for me, I'm a fighter. But also, unfortunately for me, I'm a fighter. I wasted a lot of time trying to get through to a narcissist over here and a narcissist over there and a bully over here and a bully over there. Look, if somebody's decided that they have it in for you and they have these kinds of qualities, there's nothing you could ever tell them that would make them not have that in for you. I had to learn to not react. Gray rock, we call it, right? I would never again give supply to someone who bestows upon me ill treatment. Recently, I've been running a bunch of shorts, and for the most part, people are kind, but there have been some menaces to whom I've responded. I hear and read those of you who say what I just stated above. Don't be giving them the attention they want. That's what they want. Don't give them any attention at all. I understand that, but sometimes if I read it and I think an answer is a good idea, I can't help myself. I still hold out hope for people that they will see a better way. I always hold out, and you can't ascertain if somebody's a narcissist, but if it's an ugly comment and it's hate from a stranger, yeah, they're probably trying to get attention. You're probably right. Or they're just so angry that I know people that get online just to spread hate and look for fights. I don't know what kind of addiction you have to adrenaline or cortisol to make you be that kind of person, but you might want to get that checked. You may want to get that checked, right? I feel like, back to you though, I feel like I just don't want you to just allow bullying, accept it as your fate, and never challenge. Again, I was very careful to say you're not supposed to challenge. But it's not proper that you just accept it either. And it's not normal. No, not everybody fights like that. It isn't something you should learn to just live with. Someone in your life not being nice to you qualifies here as a bully. You have a right to curate your circle of people you keep around you. And if someone doesn't warrant a seat at that table, you have a right to exercise the option of ejecting them from your life. Again, I state this over and over again. Don't just think of your romantic partner. It could be business, family, friend, romantic partner. If somebody's continually bullying you, it's okay for you to finally put your foot down like I did and say, you know what? There's not room in my life for you anymore. What do you mean? There just isn't. And I took bullying for a lot of years. One person in particular just has it out for me. Whatever. I can't change that person. I don't know what their problem is. Never done anything to them. They've done plenty to me. I feel like when I've had to do this very thing, exit people from my life, I'm telling you the liberation once you decide and then execute said decision is beyond anything I could describe. Even if that person's around, I'm relaxed. They're uptight. You can see it. Furrowed brow, grimace, arms folded, sitting like this. Oh, yeah. They can't even be in the same room with me. They just hate me. Never. I'm telling you, I've not done anything to them. They just have a problem and have always with me. I've done a lot of nice things for this person, and I have a very short list. They've not done very many nice things for me. It's a very short list. If I can think of 2 things over the course of like forever. But I've done a long list. It doesn't matter what I do for this person, how I've tried for this person, how I've tried to talk to this person, how I've tried to make them understand, make them see with black and white examples that anyone else would go, yeah, that's terrible, that's mean, what do you mean? How can they not see? They don't. They don't want to. And they'll think of something I did to them. They'll use, oftentimes bullies will use as their evidence of you mistreating them, they will use your reaction to their abuse. We've talked a lot about that. Oh, well, you said this. Oh, you mean I'm sorry when they do an awful thing to you, you react. And then they're like, well, you're so mean. You said this and that. I'm sorry. Did you miss the first 12 incidents? Because you're on incident 13, which is my reaction to your poking me for 12 incidents. So is that what you're using as your evidence? They will not see. Bullies generally don't see. I hold out hope, like I said, for everyone and anyone to have their Ebenezer Scrooge moment. Not that he was a bully, he was curmudgeon. I guess there's a difference. But I hold out hope for that. But when it comes to somebody with narcissistic personality disorder, the sooner you let go of your hope, the sooner you'll be free. Because the hope is what keeps us stuck. They're not going to get better. They're not going to get better. They're not going to see. Well, mine said he was going to go to therapy with me. And blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I made a video about therapy once. That's something that they're going to try to win. They're probably going to lie their way through it, make the therapist be on their side, and they'll come out of there going, well, he said he was on my side. Did you hear that? Like, it's not going to be a partnership going in together like a healthy couple that had a mishap. Okay, yes, no, we both respect our love so much. We want to go forth and repair, and that's why we're here. And both people have a genuine interest in figuring out where it went wrong. That's not why the narcissist is going to therapy. They're doing it to appease you, shut you up, and show you that they're trying. But the spirit of therapeutic fixing is not in them. A bully remains a bully, and they will justify their bulliness forever. I wanted to mention this week is kind of all connected. And if you are in a situation like that, by all means, I never tell anyone to leave. It's a personal choice. But I certainly do recommend you eject from your life people, might not be a romantic partner, people who are just, they take from you. They give you nothing but trouble. They're not nice to you. They don't have nice things to say behind your back. Oh, yeah, I've been shredded up one side and down the other behind my back. This person doesn't think it gets back to me. It does. How does it not bother you, Renee? Well, at this point, I consider the source, and I would hope other people would too. There's been so much on the line and in the world now about bullying and such. I would hope that people wouldn't pay mind to someone talking about someone behind their back. How could you possibly believe someone if they're talking behind someone's back? The other person needs to be there to defend that. You can't possibly just believe someone blanketly. And if you are, unbeknownst to you, you could be a flying monkey to a narcissist right now. And they could be talking bad about someone behind their back to you. I would challenge that. And we can stop things in their tracks that way. Wait a minute, I don't want to hear about them. They're not here to defend themselves. I don't think that's proper. I prefer you not do that. Thank you. That's what and little by little, I guess, we could all learn to handle these bullies. But if you are a victim to one, I feel really badly. Chin up. You're stronger than you think. Just remember, you have value. And I don't care what they say. You didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve it. You guys have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you Monday.